Hey, this is Scott Balcom here with Tech Cuts, and we're going to talk about Apple's WWDC 2021 event and what they did or didn't do for the iPad Pro M1. Before we jump in, let's go ahead and ask you, go ahead and subscribe. Just give us a thumbs up. Help that algorithm. Let's get us out there. Let's get this world tech talking. Not TikToking, tech talking. It's a new phrase I just coined that probably already existed. But also, let's go ahead and let's pay a little support here to Marques Brownlee, who properly said it best. And I'm paraphrasing here. Don't buy technology for what you think it's going to be. Buy technology for what it already is. And, you know, it's almost like he knew. He probably did. But, yeah, WWDC came. There's a couple of disappointments in there. Well, let's just be honest. There's quite a few disappointments in there. It was basically, to me, a tiny little incremental update to the operating systems, and yet they're releasing them like they're full-blown operating system updates. And I didn't see it. The iPhone probably got the best update for the operating system with iOS 15, but it's not that monumental. The new macOS Monterey, honestly, the best feature that they came out there was the ability to go across all your devices and track and move documents back and forth. That's going to be a cool feature, and I will definitely enjoy that. But yeah, let's talk about the M1 iPad Pros. Yeah, that was extremely underwhelming. Yeah, so underwhelming, I'm not really sure what to do with the M1 iPad Pro. I mean, after all, this device is, well, it's the absolute most powerful tablet that can't really do anything more. It has the exact same power as all of their other new Apple Silicon devices. The exact same. So clearly, if it has the exact same power as the new iMac, the 13-inch MacBook Pro, the MacBook Air, Mac Mini, surely they gave this more abilities with the new iPad OS 15. No, they didn't. They didn't at all. So here you have an iPad Pro, which now comes with up to 16 gigs of RAM. 16! And we didn't even know that stuff before. We had to guess, and then it would just kind of leak that the previous generations had 6. Now the base model has 8, and you can get it up to 16 gig. You can get it with 2 terabytes of storage. You can pay $2,400 for an iPad Pro now, but it will never do more than a basic iPad. It doesn't really give you anything. It's the same capabilities as the previous generation and the previous generation before that. You didn't gain anything. You just paid a lot of money, but you didn't gain anything. The RAM, what does it matter? So in the iPad OS, they have a physical limitation built into their software. No app can use more than 5 gig of RAM. So then why do we need 8? Why do we need 16 in a tablet if we can use only 5? What is the reasoning? Why do we need 2 terabytes in here? Honestly, I think it was so they could just cut costs across the board, increase profit, do businessy things as they should, but at the expense of, well, us, the professionals, the people who rushed out there and got the M1s so we could do all those new M1 things that iPad OS 15 was going to give us. It didn't, because we assumed, and we shouldn't have, that it was going to do more. We have a very expensive tablet that can do, well, it looks prettier. It's got a better screen, better speakers. That's it. It's actually slower in video compression than last generation iPad Pro. I'm not really sure where this M1 fits in, other than for them to say, we're only going to make one system on chip, and that's it. And that's going to be the M1 with 8 cores and 8 GPUs and either 8 or 16 gig and anywhere from 256 to 2 terabytes of storage. And that's all we're making. We're just making one. We're not going to make 5 different versions. We're just going to make one. So, it kind of wouldn't shock me at this point if Apple said, we've got the brand new Mac Pro coming out, and it's going to have an M1 processor with 8 cores and 8 GPUs and up to 2 terabytes of storage. They're not going to do that. No, they're going to actually wait probably until late next year. Be the very last release will be the Mac Pro with all of its, M something glory. But we'll probably still be sitting on our iPad Pros going 5 gig limitation. Look at all this power. I don't understand it. I mean, I love my iPad Pro. Don't get me wrong. This is absolutely the best tablet I have ever owned. But why did I need to buy an M1? Why did I need all of that horsepower in the same capabilities as last year's model? Honestly, the same capabilities the year before. Why did I need to do that? Why do I need 16 gigs of RAM? Why is that an option? Was it just to make more money? Just because you had a whole bunch of them sitting on the shelf? I don't know. I have to wonder. I love Apple stuff. I love the way they interact. And don't get me wrong, I'm a Windows guy at heart. That's where I made all my money in the many, many years that I was in IT. All doing Windows Server stuff and Windows stuff. So I understand Windows, and it's good. It does a lot. But I love the ecosphere of Apple. I love, that universal ability to go across all devices. I love that. But why did you make this? What's the point? What was the purpose? What was the reason? What was the purpose of that letdown yesterday with iPad OS 15 and its more video conferencing abilities? Great. Just what we wanted. Video conferencing. Yep. This is 2021. We're done with all that. We don't want to play that game anymore. Even Apple is asking their employees to come back to work at Apple. You don't need video conferencing improvements. What you need this to become a touch desktop or a touch laptop, or really, let it use more than 5 gig. Something. Also, all those other hardware announcements that were not happening, that, a lot of people said they were, and a lot of people are, they're eating a bunch of crow, I guess, today. There's a couple that said, nope, there's not going to be any hardware. Don't bother. I was not one of any of those because I didn't make any I didn't make any guesses as to what was coming because I honestly didn't find any of the leaks credible enough to say one way or the other. I was hoping there was hardware. Honestly, I really was hoping, but there wasn't. Come on, Apple. You can do better. So if you thought this was interesting, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down. But, give us something. Give us something. What do you think of the WWDC 2021? And put that down in the comments. What do you think of the iPad Pro and its M1 power abilities that are unnecessary? Put that down in the comment section down below. Let's have a conversation. Let's engage. Let's do this two-way thing. And remember to subscribe. Turn on the notifications, all notifications, so that you know when I post something, because it's coming. More and more stuff's coming. And as I like to leave this, I don't have a catchphrase.